Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be diving into this lady's live video, maybe two, we'll see. It's pretty long, so I'm going to cut out anything that isn't important, blah blah blah, you know the spiel. She went from Beachbody to the Goop on the Spoon company Modere, and it's just so different, guys. She titled this live Our Story Switching from Beachbody to Social Retail. So I'm kind of getting the impression maybe that this is a gal pal she took from Beachbody with her over to Modere. That's just my speculation. We'll see if she clues us in on anything.
Oh, you guys, I get the passion sweat so bad when we come on here because I am just like so fired up about this. I've had so many conversations this week, and if any of you are on here that I've been talking to, you know, I can just talk all day long about this because I love it so much. So,
oh my God, that sounds exactly like me when I was in my MLM. I just got so many messages all the time, and you never know if that's a true statement or not. You literally never know. Oh, by the way, when we started this video, I was eating one of these. They are so freaking good. This one is birthday cake. I think our favorites are the birthday cake ones and the strawberry. So good.
but I'm so excited to be live with to just kind of share, you know, cat's out of the bag, you guys. We have come out of the closet and said where we came from. It was terrifying, but also we know how we felt, and we know there's so many others who are feeling the exact same way.
Girly pop on the bottom. I probably have it too blurred out for you to be able to tell, but I think she has some products, some casual product placement going on in the background.
We want to share what we have found because the opportunity is just such a night and day difference, and we love it here. So we're here to share our story and the differences of, you know, a traditional MLM versus social retail. So do you want to share your story first?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So I was with Beachbody as a coach for 5 years and was pretty, I feel like, successful. My biggest goal and dream with starting with Beachbody is an opportunity to be home with my boys. I have 3 boys ranging from 16 to 10, and I just wanted to be more present in their life and be there for them. So I wanted to create an income I could do from home. And I did that. 4 years into Beachbody, I did do that. I quit my full-time job, and my income replaced that full-time income. But also during that year, my income significantly dropped. Like I lost $500 a month, and that was scary. And especially where we are economically, like earlier this year, it was really stressful. And I was not looking for something else, but Modere came into my life, and I was ready. My heart.
How did it come into your life, though? That's what we want to know. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm still pregnant, guys. I don't know if when I edit this video, the angle's different in every video, and that's because I'm a rich bitch. No, it's actually because I film on my phone, and so every time I set it up, it's a little bit different. You never know what you're gonna get. But did Modere just like fall into her lap? Was it a sign from Jeebus, or did the lady on top recruit the lady on the bottom? Let's just say like it is.
Was ready to hear the message and to be open enough to be like, there are other options out there. There is something else out there. And as soon as I heard about the compensation plan, as soon as I heard about the business model, the mentors, the structure, the systems, like, you guys, I still have goosebumps. And I'm like, I just knew I had to jump on this. And the first day I heard about it, I was ready to get started, but I wanted to try the products. I wanted to know that what I was selling, I could say, yes, I enjoy these things. They taste good. I could see them benefiting my life and my family's life. So I tried them and then jumped on board. But as soon as I told my husband, it took my husband a long time to get with me with Beachbody, and still it was like a drag. Hey, do you want to shake? Do you want to do an exercise? Like, la la la, let's go. And I wanted that so much. I wanted him to be on board, but he just wasn't. And
but that's okay. I feel like people expect their spouses and their partners just to jump on any bandwagon they want to. And I think maybe on some level, you can expect your spouse and your partner to be supportive or at least kind about it, but you can't expect them to have the same moral standard and like moral compass about like what opportunity you're jumping into, and their opinions might be different. Like, and that's one of the things in MLMs, like the sentiment that isn't always said directly is that if your partner or spouse isn't supportive, they gotta go. Okay. And that's not a red flag that your spouse is not supporting all of your endeavors, especially when it comes to MLMs, any MLM, because you have to pay to get in and you have to pay to stay in, whether that's the yearly fee or the auto ship so you can get your paycheck like I had to do and it works. Like, your spouse might not be supportive of that for good reason. It's not because they need to go or they're bad or they're unsupportive. It's unsupportive in a bad way, like they mean like in a way that's coming from a bad place. That's not what's going on.
Wait, as soon as he heard about Modere, he was like, when are we signing up? Like, let's freaking go. And so it's so fun. And he takes all of his supplements and loves Modere, loves collagen every day, trim every day. If we're running out, we were just talking last night, we're almost through collagen, hon. You need to get some more. Like, He loves the products. He loves that I spend less time.
Yeah, and my husband loved the keto coffee, and I still have a soft spot for it in my heart. And if they sold it like commercially and, you know, disbanded the whole MLM structure, I would consider buying it again. That's not going to happen though, so I will just miss it from a distance and I'll be okay because I'm not a big coffee drinker anyway these days.
Love seeing my paychecks come in every single day. Like, it has been night and day different, and I feel refreshed. I feel aligned, and it was hard. It was scary, and I felt like I was losing something, but I gained so much more, you guys. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
I'm plugging in my phone. The screen just like went dark, and it's not even dead. My screen just went dark, so I'm like, oh no. You guys, all the
I can't remember if I said this in the beginning of the video, but I'm going to cut out stuff from their stories that isn't important or I don't have commentary for, or when they're fussing with the live in the comments section.
technical issues when you go live, I swear. So very similar situation. I was feeling so burned out, you guys. I was in Beachbody for 5 years. I had reached all of the accolades that everyone wants to hit and all of the things. And I thought when I reached those things, one, the income would be there. Two, like I would have made it, you know, I'd feel great and accomplished. And those things did not happen. I almost felt worse for hitting these accolades, knowing that my team was struggling. We hit these things, but they were not seeing income. I was not seeing the income I would expect for how much time and effort I was putting in. I was feeling so burnt out, especially the last year that I was there. And it's such a weird feeling because you can love something so much and pour so much of your time, energy, effort, money, heart into it. But still, you guys, it's a business and you expect some compensation for all of that being put in. And so
but you're not going to be compensated for that. Modere and Beachbody and It Works, they're not paying you for all the free labor you're doing. You're only getting paid for the end result.
I was really struggling. One, my income had also dropped from $1,500 a week down to $300 a week. And no one could explain where the income went because my personal numbers had not dropped. And so huge red flags for me. But I was just so frustrated and I would vent to my husband all the time. You guys, he supported me because I loved it, but same thing, he was never on board. It sounds horrible now, but he did not have on the blinders that I had on. And it was a constant fight. He saw how much time and energy I was putting into the business and that the pay was dropping all the time. And so he is actually the one who found Modere. And he had listened to our mentor, our upline, on a podcast. And so he looked him up on Instagram and he saw this video and he begged me for weeks.
Has anybody listened to any Hunbots and Hunbros who have their own podcasts? Some of the people I react to on my channel do have their own podcast and I should check it out. Just sounds like such a chore. But have any of you guys heard them? Because I can't imagine there's actually anything worth listening to on there, but I'm just curious.
Weeks to watch it. And I was like, I know I vent to you all the time. I know I am so burned out, but I cannot leave. Like, hello, I've been here 5 years. I'm a 5-star elite coach. Like, I can't actually leave. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I told him no for weeks. And finally one night he just turned on the video. And I was making dinner and he turned it up loud enough that I could hear it. And I was seriously making dinner going like this. Everything he said, I was like, yep. And so finally I was like, okay, who is this guy that you're listening to? Because he didn't tell me this was the video that he had been trying to get me to watch forever.
Because like at first when she was talking about it, I was like, okay, like he's trying to be sweet, trying to help her find another company, you know, because he's not like get out of MLMs or anything like that. He's trying to like help her find a better opportunity. And it went from that to now I'm like, oh, got the ick, because why is he playing this video for you to hear? Like, I don't like that. That's kind of gross.
So I was like, who is this? And how does he know exactly what I'm feeling? How does he know what's going on in my business? Like, he knew exactly. So he reached out to this guy in the video. The guy in the video reached out to me. We planned a Zoom for the next day. And we just started talking, and it turns out we lived in the same town. So he's like, why don't you just come over tomorrow? Okay, not only were we in the same town, he's like 3 blocks from my house. So me and my husband show up there the next day. He spends 2.5 hours with us, just literally diving into this business, dissecting every part of it. I told him, like,
which is different than a normal interview beginning conversation you would have with someone who hasn't been in MLMs before. But I would imagine that they were able to have this 2-hour conversation because she had already been in MLMs and he knew that, so they can dive into the truth of it.
Tell me everything you cannot overwhelm me. And I left there 100% on board. I knew this is where I wanted to be. I knew that this is where I should be. This is where my heart had been pulling me and what I had been praying for. But I was like, okay, but what are you selling? Like, I had no idea. So he introduced me to Modere, not just the social retail aspect of it, but he introduced me to Modere. He took us downstairs, gave us both, you know, a taste of collagen and trim, and sent me home with some Go samples. It was so good.
Why does this sound like such a weird story to be proud of?
I was like, okay, I know I love the products. Obviously, I'm not going to see benefits after a taste test, but I looked up the products. I saw all the reviews, the reputation, the science behind them, the awards, the patents, everything, you guys. I knew that I was on board 100%. And I signed up that night. I walked away from my 5-year coaching business 18 hours after I watched that video. So it was just like, I love like that it happens so fast. Like when you know, you cannot unsee the thing.
No, when you're caught up in the sparkly woohoo of the business, that's when you know that you know. That doesn't happen with MLMs. That's the hype. That's the magic. That's a new opportunity offering everything you want. It's not the same as like a gut instinct. Plus, it's a heck of a lot easier to get caught up in the hullabaloo of it all, this new opportunity, when you go over to some random man's house who just so happens to live by you, and you go in his basement and try some MLM products. I'm sorry, Mick, what? I'm glad she took her man with her, because Miss Lady, like, we need to talk about some safety.
Things that you see in that video. So pretty sure it's in your bio too.
Yeah.
It's also in mine. If you have not watched it, you guys, warning, you can't unsee it. Just saying, you can't unsee it. So that's kind of how I got started and how Deb got started. But I wrote down a couple of key points that I wanted for us to kind of talk about and go over, because having so many conversations this week, these are some of the things people are wondering about. These are the pain points of where we were at. And so I wanted to talk about them.
Yeah.
A big one was no monthly fees. Like, hallelujah. Where we came from, I mean, you probably were too. You had your business fee, your spouse business fee, probably a parent business fee. I had a second CBC I was also paying on, plus all the products to keep all those accounts active. So, I mean, I know for you, it was like when you did your taxes and you were just like,
yeah, it was significant. My income.
Yeah, can we talk about tax time and MLMs? Oof. There were some people who I could find videos of them talking about suggestions for tax time, and obviously there wasn't anyone in corporate giving us advice for how to do our taxes, but you could kind of, if you looked hard enough, you could find advice for it, but it wasn't good advice. And you would think after 4 years of doing taxes in an MLM, I would have seen the light, but I did not. And I think it would be really beneficial for people in MLMs to have access to financial advisors who aren't attached to the MLM, so they can give you the straight poop without any sort of motivating factors other than to help you do what's best for your lifestyle and your finances.
It was significant. My income dropped in half after I paid business fees and products and things like bikes and different things, that came out every quarter that we were on board because we were proof the product worked,
Yeah. But it's so crazy because after you're paying all of these things, like you said, your income got cut in half. Most people aren't even breaking even. You sign up your spouse and a parent to unlock the compensation plan, but that doesn't mean you're going to earn money. It just means from then on, if you keep going and recruiting and signing all these people up, then you have the chance to, but it's just, you're losing money without even doing the business. So here we have no monthly business fees. We don't even have a active status, I would say. We do, and I am 100% behind this because I think it's very, very important to be using the products that you're promoting. But we encourage you to do an order of 75 points a month. And you guys, all this does is qualify you for our daily pay. We get paid twice a day, which...
So there's no fees, but you do have to, you're encouraged to buy these products so that you qualify for your paycheck. You know what I like? That I can walk into Publix tomorrow and get a job there if I needed to, if they're hiring, and know that all I have to do to get my paycheck, to qualify for my paycheck, is show up and clock in and do the work. And I know I'm getting that paycheck. If I walk out the next day, I'm still getting the paycheck for the work that I did. Not the same with MLMs.
It's wild. It's so wild. But it qualifies you to earn that 2-time daily pay. Or outside your 75-point order, which is usually around the same price points, usually about $75. We also are earning shopping credit. So I have not paid out of pocket for my own products since I signed up. So you're helping customers, which is way easier than where we were before. It's no bribing, none of that. People are literally clicking links and shopping on their own. But you help customers, you guys, and then they give you shopping credit to pay for your own products. So it's no monthly fee. You're not paying out of pocket for all your products. We also do not have a binary structure. We don't have a weak and strong leg. So there's no signing up your spouse. There's no signing up a parent. There's no buying products under them to keep them active, to sustain your business. That was a big one for me. I don't know how you felt about that, but I was like...
Yeah, but you shouldn't be doing that anyway. And technically, it's not allowed in a lot of MLMs for you to be working the business for whoever you signed up. And we've heard rumors, alleged likely that people in Beachbody have a lot of ghost accounts. And I think that's the same in Prove It, I want to say too, allegedly.
But I was like,
It's so true. And even just thinking about that, I don't think I've done that once in the 5 months I've been with Modere. I've never called someone and said, hey, will you sign up? Will you buy this?
No.
I've never done that.
no.
It's so refreshing.
It's, yeah. Well, and that's one of the things I hear too is like, I cannot do all the cold reach outs. I can't, you guys, it was like, oh, well, if you haven't got a yes, like go for 100 no's. No, do not go message 100 people.
To go for 100 no's in like a day or whatever the timeline they're going to give you for your goal, because they're trying to switch up your mentality because you're starting to wake up. So now you need to go for no. 100 no's. Oh my God. You would literally, in my experience, have to send thousands of messages. That's just in my experience, to get that many no's. And then you still probably will not get any immediate signups from sending all those messages. Oh, and then you have to respond to them all. All those fake relationships you're building, you have to go talk to those people now.
Like, I've been 100% honest with this, that I have, in the almost 8 months I've been here, I have not done a single invite cold message reach out. I fully am aware that it might come to the point where I'm needing to like reach out to people and let them know, but I have not had to do that. It is solely attraction marketing.
You could do that in any MLM. Like, you don't have to send hey girl messages in any MLM that I've seen anyway. You don't have to do that. That's just how they teach you. You can do attraction marketing for any of them. It's just what's going to be taught and how your team is going to react and how other people are going to react when they find out that you're not sending hey girl messages, because the company doesn't actually care. Like, I haven't seen any company actually sit there and corporates like, did you send out your 100? Okay, Miss Girl, we're not sending you your check until you do that. Okay, you can send a screenshot for, like, that's not happening.
So another thing that was a concern for me, I'm sure it was for you too, and it's kind of a hesitation that a lot of people have had this week, is the price of the products. And I was like, okay.
But let's look up the price of their trim product, which is their flagship thing, I feel like. Let's look at the price of the product. Okay, trim salted caramel flavor. Ugh, that does not sound good. Oh my God. So I'm not sure how this compares to Beachbody off the top of my head. But for 30 servings, it is $99.99. So basically $100 plus shipping and tax for a month's supply. My voice is cracking because I'm in shock and awe. And there's subscribe and save. You can pay anywhere from $84.99 to $94.99. That is egregious. And I'm not sure exactly how that compares to Beachbody, but I can't imagine it's that much better. Oh my goodness, this seems so hard to sell, but I can see why it would be their main thing that they talk about, because I'm sure the commission that you get from it is higher than the cheaper products they offer. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. Let's get back to the video.
No,
Never done that.
no.
It's so refreshing.
It's, yeah. Well, and that's one of the things I hear too, is like, I cannot do all the cold reach outs. I can't, you guys, it was like, oh, well, if you haven't got a yes, like go for 100 no's. No, do not go message 100 people. Like, I've been 100% honest with this, that I have, in the almost 8 months I've been here, I have not done a single invite cold message reach out. I fully am aware that it might come to the point where I'm needing to like reach out to people and let them know, but I have not had to do that. It is solely attraction marketing.
Yeah.
So another thing that was a concern for me, I'm sure it was for you too, and it's kind of a hesitation that a lot of people have had this week, is the price of the products. And I was like, okay, I had a hard time getting people to buy anything from where we were at. No one wanted supplements. And this is a lot more expensive than where I was. Like, how are people even going to fill? You know, how am I going to be successful here having customers when the products are expensive? But you guys, they take care, our company takes care of the customers. They give discounts on every first order. They give you a bonus $20 credit on your second month. You are earning rewards as you go. And on your third month and beyond, they double the rewards that you're getting. So they take care of the customers. They're not just buying this product that you hope they come back and reorder. You guys, people are willing to pay for quality, especially when they're seeing results. And I have never seen results from products like I have seen from these. And I've never had retention like I've had here.
retention with my customers, like obviously social marketers are working the business, they're proof the product works, but my customers' retention is insane here. Like it's not hard. And we have an app that tells us, like reminds us to follow up with them, and you copy and paste the message. Like just, it's so simplified, the systems. And also when you order 8 or more things, you save up to 15% on your order. So like you're saving money by buying
the systems. You guys, these MLMers are hurting me. They know I get hung up on a word and I can't stand it. And right now it's systems because they're overusing it. And no one is explaining in detail what they mean by systems, like breaking it down. And I need a breakdown explanation of what they mean when they say that, because it's too vague.
more things. Like, how is that even possible?
Well, and I tell people all the time, they're like, okay, well, I want these 3 things. And I'm like, okay, listen, here's your total with these 3 things. I'm going to add on a thing of toothpaste and a laundry pack, and it's actually going to drop your price. Not just your discount, but you're going to end up paying less than if you just got the 3 items. And they're like,
so you're going to get trim and these other 2 things you didn't ask for or express interest in, and now the trim is going to be cheaper, but you're also spending more
items. And they're like, how does that even work? I'm like, watch. So I literally send them a cart with all this, and I said, go to the checkout screen and you will watch your price drop. And on month 3, you guys,
that all sounds so freaking complicated. Why not just price it fairly, leave it there, and then every once in a while run a sale? Why does it have to be so convoluted? As a customer, I don't want to deal with that. That is way too much.
on month 3, you guys, they do the 15% plus another 15%. And whenever you have the 8 or more items, you always get free shipping. So it's like you're getting that for free anyways. Like it's wild how it works, but I love that they take care of the customers. I'm not paying out of pocket to incentivize my customers to order or to, try to bribe my team to work. It literally doesn't matter. It does not work like that. So it's just been such a,
on their anniversary, they get a shop credit too. Like they're rewarded for being, using the
$50,
product for so long.
$50, you guys. Like I have customers who they're like, I show that I have like $50 in shopping credit or $60, $70. I don't even know how I got this. Let me tell you how. You guys, our customers also get sharing codes. And so when they place an order, they get to share the love code. They are able to give anyone $10 off their first order, unlimited. Everyone can get $10 off their first order. And when they give that out, they earn $10 in shopping credit. So without being in the business at all, your customers are able to share and earn product credit, which also helps your 3.
I wonder how many people are actually doing that, because there are people who use MLM products but do it more so in secret. And they're not gonna share this link to get extra product credit because it's a little embarrassing using MLM products and telling people about it.
You guys, they're getting products for free, but the customers that they're sharing with, they filter up to you because you are the marketer. So you're earning the customer, the commissions, the volume, all of that from friends of your customer.
You know what's funny about this is if they did that and it works, which I want to say they did for a short time, but don't quote me on it. This would be so frowned upon because because the thinking is that if someone is talking about, oh, you have a customer that's struggling with money or they can't afford the products this month or whatever, they should be joining the business. So you can't flip it into them becoming a business partner with you. So this would not be the way to do it. It would be like an option, but you wouldn't really advertise it or talk about it, kind of like being a retail customer, because you're not going to get paid again and again and again.
Customers that you've never even talked to. That part blew my mind. I was like, come again? What? But you guys, also another key point that was a big one to me is they offer monthly bonuses starting at your first drink. Where we came from, it was like the top 1% earned bonuses, and it was insane requirements to even be eligible. You had to hold 6 weeks, and everyone had to be perfectly in the perfect spots with active amounts of product ordering and all of this. And you had to hold it for a specific 6 weeks. If even one person dropped even...
Or if the payout was like you hold it for 6 weeks and then you get the entire payout, or do you have to continue to then hold it to finish the payout? Because in It Works, you qualified for it like 1 month or whatever the qualification period is, and then you get your first payout of the bonus, and to keep getting the rest of the payouts you have to maintain your rank. So I wonder if it's the same or a little bit different.
1 week out of that, you were out of the bonus, and it was a mystery bonus because it was a percentage pool, and then you split it between everyone who earned it, so you had no idea what you were going to be earning. It was insane. Here it's a set amount. If you have an income goal and you're like, I want that bonus, you know exactly what you have to do to earn it, and they're not impossible requirements.
I don't have to hold for a certain amount of time.
No qualification holds.
Once you hit it. Yeah.
So it starts at your very first rank.
My face is not about what they're saying. It's the fact that this child, I think he sits like sideways. So it's like, this is my belly, and he sits like this, but like sideways. And his legs are usually to the right, and he just went like, bleh, and it felt so gross.
You guys, and these are bonuses. They like start at $100 and go up to $3,000, and these are monthly, not hard, impossible things to hit. And commission wise, everyone starts the month at 10%. Everyone starts as a clean slate every month. When I started, I was like, ugh, because in Beachbody, seeing that SC0 at the beginning of every month was so like deflating, because you knew how hard it was to get that number back up. But here, everyone starts at 0, and you start the month earning at 10% commissions on all your sales. When you get to your first rank, which is about 5 customers, you're bumped up to 18%.
This isn't some big selling point, because isn't this how it goes in, I'm pretty sure this is how it goes in It Works too, and it might be the same for Beachbody and Modere. Everybody starts at 0, and there's this top leader who is, I think they're like one of the 2 black diamonds in It Works, and they talked about on a Zoom call how, oh, we start at 0 every month too. Yeah, but it looks so different as the month goes on, even probably the day goes on. When you're looking in your back office, those numbers are going up because of how many people are under you. So no, while yeah, you do start at 0 like everybody else, it's not as scary for you because a lot of the company is under you, so you know it's gonna go up.
Then to 20, 22, 20, I don't even know, it goes up to 36%. So say you end the month at 32%. They're going to back pay you all of your sales for the month and back pay you 32%. Wild. Absolutely wild. So then we get a monthly pay with all of our bonuses and all of those adjustments.
You know, I'd rather have than whatever complicated thing she's talking about. I would rather just know what I'm going to get paid. Like, I would rather just get paid for the work I'm doing. That's what I would rather do, because again, while I don't necessarily get paid for all the editing and stuff I get from YouTube, I get paid for views and ads, and all of that goes in together. But I know that, and this is something I actually enjoy, and I don't have to pressure a soul on earth to watch it, and it benefits me and other people who are watching it, whether it's just information or exposing tactics that they didn't realize before. Like, it's all worth it to me, and it's so much more rewarding monetarily and like personally than anything could have been in an MLM.
And everything once a month. But when you make a sale, you are instantly paid twice a day for those sales. So it's so nice because I can go to the gas pump and be like, holy crap, like send prayers, and have a daily pay hit, and it just covered my gas tank. Like, go out to dinner. Literally, it's like 6 o'clock when mine hits, and I'm like, oh.
But this video has like 2,300 views. So I would say she's probably making a decent amount of income here, even though I don't know what rank she's at in Modere at this point in time. But you're still hoping and praying that your card clears at the gas station. You probably should have kept that to yourself. I don't know. Probably should have kept that to yourself, because how are you going to advertise that you're being so successful in this company and your team is so successful and everything's sunshine and rainbows, but you're still holding your breath at the gas station? And like, I don't know.
When mine hits, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, it's so nice to have that daily pay.
But I just think about and I've been here too, I can speak from experience, but there are people that are going paycheck to paycheck. And so if you're already in a job, or your husband's in a job, and you're waiting around for those paychecks, this is something that can help you today. Like, sign up, get paid today, get paid tomorrow. So like, you don't have to wait for those 2-week paychecks. My husband's a teacher. Don't have to wait for those monthly.
Sure, but what does that look like? Can we talk about what that actually looks like for the average distributor? Are you getting $3 here, and then, in the afternoon you're getting $4? That's not gonna do much for anybody, especially not right now with inflation. But thank you.
Monthly paychecks to come in. Like, you're in control. And what I love here is the work I do, the hard work I put in, because I know I can work hard, is paying me. I am rewarded. My marketers are rewarded, and it's so cool. So amazing.
No, they're not. They're not getting compensated for all the work they're doing for free. They're not.
No, I love that, because like I said, where I was at, I felt so guilty that my team was, hustling so hard to get me to a rank. Hitting diamond wasn't going to significantly increase their income, but if 5 of them hit, then I was 5-star,
It's not necessarily true if you understand how compensation plans work, which is really hard to do because, oh my God, are they complicated. But if you're trying to rank up, you have to help your team succeed. So it's not all about you in any company.
I get these bonuses and all this. I felt guilty. I didn't like that. I wanted my coaches to be earning for the work they did.
That is the correct feeling. Like, that is when you know you're on the right track.
Hello. If you're seeing this, thank you for making it this far. Also, my phone turned off, so we get a second chance at figuring something to fill the void because the audio saved just fine this time, but my phone died, so we didn't get, like, you're not gonna see my face. And I had one of you guys suggest on Instagram that I do a, like, parade of snacks. I was going to do a puzzle, but maybe we'll do a parade of snacks and or I'm not sure. But yeah, that is going to be for your viewing or listening pleasure. Let's get back to the show.
So it's one of my favorite things here is I am paid for the work that I do. It's not going to my upline, and my team is paid for the work that they do. One of my favorite things here. You guys, also, we have a dual-sided compensation plan. If you are burnt out on recruiting, it doesn't matter. You don't have to recruit. You can max out the compensation plan on the promoter side and never recruit a single person.
Just share links and talk about products.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I wonder how much harder that is. And isn't it funny how I personally have not seen anybody actually talk about that on their social media? Must not be that good of an opportunity.
What else was I just going to say? Oh, I was thinking about it when you were talking. I'll think about it. Oh, you guys, every product counts. Oh, yeah. It doesn't have to be a certain bundle that benefits you. Like, it's nothing like that. If somebody wants a tube of toothpaste, sell them a tube of toothpaste. You still earn the customer, the volume, and the commissions. If they want like a $300 bundle, great. You earn the customer, the volume, and the commissions. It's like, and we have hundreds of products. So it's like there's something for everyone, and everyone is wanting to switch out toxic products in their homes to clean.
That's too much. Hundreds of products from an MLM, because like a lot of MLMs, even actually Mary Kay, and I've been meaning to say this, but I keep forgetting. Mary Kay, I saw they came out with their own health and wellness stuff. We'll get into that in another video. But yeah, every MLM branches out into all these different categories, and they come up, and then eventually they have too many products, and before you know it, you're Amway. And it's just too much, and they have something to replace every product in your house with the alleged commercial CULT product lines. It's too much, it's overwhelming, and before you know it, you're gonna have a stash in your house because you have to try everything to be a product of the product.
Non-toxic products, like everyone is wanting these products, whereas where we were at, it was like pulling teeth. Like, just put this in with your workouts, you know, like, 'cause it's the only way you were rewarded. So you guys, it's just a night and day difference here. I feel like too, the mentorship and leadership from the top down, you guys, we have world-class leadership here, and our direct mentor, if you've watched the video in our bio, that is our direct mentor. And he is actually the #1 earner in all of network marketing, not just our company, all of network marketing.
Boss Lee would not want to hear that.
Like, and he mentors us for free. Anybody else wants to hear from him, they pay him $60,000 an hour. Like, it's wild.
Anytime he talks, it's like fire. Like, it's so solid.
You just like soak up everything he says, you guys. And he walks the walk. He talks the talk. Like, he can back exactly what he's saying. He's the most humble person you will ever meet. I love that the leaders here genuinely, like, they pour into everyone. They want everyone to have success. They don't put themselves up on a pedestal looking down at you with their nose turns up. No one is like that here. The collaboration, the culture here. He was talking about it today, and he was just like, you know, what we have here in Modere is so rare. Like, and anything that's rare is more valuable, right? He's like, a diamond that's super rare is more valuable. Like, a painting, a piece of art, like anything like that that is rare is more valuable. And he said, what we have here, you guys, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen. There is no competition. It's all collaboration. Like, we don't build teams like this. We build teams like this under key leaders, and we launch full teams under these leaders. Again, going back to comparisons from where we were, we did the math a little bit. For how many people you need to build a 5-star team is 96 people, all active, all ordering, all in the perfect placement for all of this to work out. You guys, and I was making around $3,000 as a 5-star coach. 100 people here in your organization, active, doesn't matter where they're at, but just active and like helping customers, is $1 million line. That like made me sick. I was like, I had 96 people.
So are you making millions of dollars, or are you second guessing yourself at the gas station? What's really going on here?
Making $3,000, like, seriously, you guys, it's wild to me. I love talking about it. I know I always aim for 20 minutes here, and I swear I could talk for 20 hours. But you guys, we love it here. Obviously, there's so many pain points going on where we were at. And I'm hearing so many from so many of you. And it's the same story, because we were all going through the same thing. You're not alone. It's the one thing keeping everyone where they're at is fear. And we have felt that. We both went through that. It was the scariest decision I've probably ever made in my life, and one of the most rewarding. So we're open. We want to talk to you guys. We can, ask us anything. We're open books. go watch the video in our bios and then come and talk to us. We can dive into all the enrollment stuff with you, but know that we are, well, I should have actually checked with you what your incentive is.
Mine's the same. You're
okay,
good.
we're offering $100 cash back on your XM enrollments. So you guys, we want to make money with you, not off of you. So
does that mean aside from the company, like they're personally reimbursing them? Is that legal? Question mark.
We're offering that back to help you get started. We're ready to rock and roll with you guys. Our biggest months are ahead.
Or are they pretending like they're doing it special for people who come on with them and it's really just a special the company is running? Because we did that all the time and it works. To be like, you're going to get my pricing. No, you're going to get the same 40% off as everybody else.
We've had a 300% growth through a pandemic and month-over-month growth through a recession. Like, our company is on fire. It's going places. We have a product coming up, you guys, that is going to revolutionize women's health. Just saying.
Game changer. And people are already like, it's buzzing. Like what we're bringing to the table, people are already talking about looking into. I have an appointment tomorrow to kind of help with this stuff, with women's stuff. But I'm like, it's just crazy how in tune they are with what people want and need in their life.
You know, instead of buying an MLM product, you can go to your doctor and advocate hard for yourself, because it can be hard to get them to agree to do proper testing. And whatever the women's stuff you're dealing with, if you have access to healthcare and you can actually go see someone and talk to them about the issue you're having or seeing if things could improve for yourself, do that. And also, if you're trying to conceive, I 10 out of 10 recommend the book. It Starts with the Egg. It helps understand what's going on with your body so much, and learning how it functions in a more in-depth way than, well, your reproductive system as a woman functions in a more detailed and in-depth and maybe like new to you kind of way than we were taught in high school. Anyway, I 10 out of 10 recommend that book, and take it to your doctor and discuss your findings and your notes and stuff. 10 out of 10 recommend doing that instead of buying MLM products and hoping they fix whatever lady problem you're having.
Like,
yes.
so
And our model, you guys, and our systems are literally a decade ahead of everyone else. Like, not even close. And we want you to be part of it. Our biggest months are coming up, and I mean, I know.
Your biggest months are coming up because it's tax season and the new year's coming up. Every like health and wellness MLM, or like MLM that has health and wellness, honestly, products like available in their company, this is going to be their boom season.
Everyone loves where they were at, even if they loved it at one point. They love one thing or another about it and they're scared to leave it behind. But you guys, I promise you it's worth it. And we are proof. 80% of our team actually came from Beachbody. We know what you're feeling. We know what you're going through, and we'd love to help you make that transition. And, see.
Yeah, she said our team. So I feel like that's implying that this girl below her is part of her downline, and she took her from Beachbody to Modere with her. That's the impression I'm getting.